Topics contest. The first speaker is Stephen Morgan. The second is Pat Stodner. The third is Linda Earle. Protests are limited to judges and contestants, and they have been informed about how to protest and what that means. Decision of the judges is final. Once the results are announced, they are final. We can't take your gold medal away. Okay.
Clarification.
Okay.
There are 4 contestants listed in the program.
Thank you. There are 4 contestants listed, and we need to eliminate Julian Cotto because he wasn't here on time, although he has entered the room. Welcome, Julian. If you're still here, are you still here? Would you sit down in the back?
Yeah. Video topics contest.
He will not be competing.
Love it. You can be. Got to follow the rules. For the table topics contest, the contestants are not permitted to be in the room until they have responded to the table topics question. For the international speech contest, the contestants will remain in the room. Because this is a contest, we do request that you remain quiet and just observe the information that I give you about silence, and I'll let you know when it's intermission. If you do have to leave the room, please do it after a contestant has spoken or before the next one is introduced, so they are not distracted. Are the timers ready? Where are the timers? Are you ready there? We're ready. With the lights, okay. Mr. Sergeant of Arms, could you have Pat Stodner and Linda Earle please leave the area?
And Stephen Morgan.
And please have Stephen Morgan come to the front. Timer, could I have 1 minute? We'll have 1 minute of silence before the contest begins. Thank you. Stephen Morgan, describe an accomplishment or a struggle you have overcome that in your mind is worthy of a gold medal. Describe an accomplishment or a struggle you have overcome that in your mind is worthy of a gold medal. Stephen Morgan.
The toughest question that I've had to deal with in a job interview when I was younger was when I was asked the question, what is your greatest weakness? And of course my answer then was, oh, I don't have any. Being able to identify for myself where I have shortcomings and being able to identify them in others, so easy as that is, but not necessarily have to highlight them until they're ready to hear it. When it comes to making that accomplishment, that great goal there, it's not exactly just finding what my greatest weakness is. It was actually learning how to answer that question that made sense. I'm a software engineer by trade, at least by day, and when I am doing the work that I do, Okay, writing software may seem odd for some people, but there is an artistic quality to it. And for me, I like it to have an elegance. I like it to be very good, very strong. I like it to be appropriate and looking into the future, preparing for what may come. So when I'm writing code and I've got this simple little particular thing I have to fix, I want to come up with a solution that is not just elegant, but it's perfect. And it's something I can go and take further. So I end up taking a lot more time, which I enjoy doing. But my manager doesn't necessarily enjoy so much. The goal that I had to overcome was understanding that my weakness is being focused on the strength. In order to realize that I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to have the best answer. I just needed to give a good answer. Same thing happens here in the table topics. I don't have to have the best answer. I have to have a good answer. If I take too long, then my answer won't matter. And that's how I am trying to reach my goal tonight. Madam Contest Master.
1 minute on the timing clock. We have judges in the room who are remaining anonymous who will be judging the entire 2 contests, and they need time to complete their ballots. You should have, all the audience members should have a copy of what the ballot looks like so that you can follow along and pretend you're a judge. Just don't turn them in. Thank you. Pat Stodner. Describe an accomplishment or a struggle you have overcome that in your mind is worthy of a gold medal. Describe an accomplishment or a struggle you have overcome that in your mind is worthy of a gold medal. Pat Stodner.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, struggles that I have overcome. I am a cancer survivor. And the struggles with that was the fact that I had just given birth to a little baby. Found out that I had cancer. So the struggle was, for many people, when you hear you have cancer, you go into denial, shock, all these different changes. I was fine. I was in denial. I was fine. But I didn't get well as fast as I thought I should because I was only 30 years old. I was going to bounce back, right? I was a kid. But I didn't. Then the fear hit me. Holy cow, you got cancer. And I had a year-old baby. Well, here I am. I think that deserves a gold medal. Also, I have used my experiences, and I'm a dedicated volunteer for the American Cancer Society. I have won awards from them. I was the Volunteer of the Year, the Power of One, Sunrise State, Sunrise Florida, or let's say the Florida area, Lake Metro Unit, and I've done that 2 or 3 times. I think that's worth an award, and I'm very proud to brag about it. Thank you.
One minute on the clock, please. Thank you, timer. Linda Earls. Describe an accomplishment or a struggle you have overcome that in your mind is worthy of a gold medal. Describe an accomplishment or a struggle you have overcome that in your mind is worthy of a gold medal. Linda Earls.
My gold medal accomplishment is definitely quitting smoking. 3 years in a row, I waited for New Year's Eve to come along, and then I didn't smoke when I got up. And it took me a few days, and I was laying in bed crying and having all kinds of activities to prove that I was just about this close to dying, and then I'd give up. And the second year came around, and it was pretty much the same idea. I had a fit of anxiety and wishing that I didn't have to go through this, and all kinds of ideas running through my head, and then I give up. So then the final year I had a new idea. It crossed my mind that this time I was going to, if I had a strong urge that was trying to overcome me, I would pray. So New Year's Eve came along, and I woke up, and actually I didn't even have any urge. It just kind of fell away from me. So I can't say that I spent a lot of time on my knees, but it actually is 18 years of my past, and it's all over and done with, and I am so glad to be rid of it. And it's definitely a gold medal success and best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you.
1 minute or 2 minutes on the clock.